retail rates, right? What we've done to eliminate debt, what we've done to work from home and have freedom and flexibility, some of us for many, many, many decades. So I want you guys to understand, man, it's not a hype session. Let's go over some real strategies. I welcome all you guys. North Carolina, right? Philadelphia is in the building. All right. Tamiko says she'll be a game changer. I see you guys a game changer. Yanni, what's up? Miss Short is in the building. Christy Howard is watching. Get better. Glad you're doing well. Joseph is in the building. All right. Miss Riddick is in the building. I see you guys, man. Hit share. This is your final 10 seconds to hit share, and let's get ready to rock and roll. If you're brand new, in the comments, I want you to put your name, your city, and invited by so-and-so. So the person will know that you were actually on the webinar. You were invited by so-and-so. If you're one of my followers and you're seeing me for the first time, just put invited by Brian Bean and your name and your city. Let's talk money tonight. Now, here's the thing about wealth. I want you guys to understand wealth is relative. Money is relative. So people often hear me talk about $1 million because ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to be a millionaire. It's just what I wanted to do. I didn't know at the time how important it was to be successful, but I knew I wanted to make $1 million because the $1 million term was being thrown around. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I knew it was going to be worth it. And I want you guys to write that in your notes. Don't ask for things to be easy. Jim Rohn's, one of my mentors, said, ask for things to be worth it. So what's my story real quick? My mom gave me a book, ironically, by Jim Rohn, right? R-O-H-N, for all you guys that are really young. Jim Rohn is one of the most, he's one of the most premier thought leaders of our time. He passed away maybe 10 years ago. But as a thought leader, he always said some things that stuck out to me that in a book my mom gave me when I was only 9 years old, right? Profits are better than wages. That means being a business owner is always better than just having a job. Don't ask for things to be easy. Ask for things to be worth it, right? The win falls on all of us. It's how you set the sail that makes the difference. I'm a 9-year-old kid picking up these quotes that my mom gave me in a book by Jim Rohn. And then it hit me much later when I read a book called The Laws of Success. It's about this thick by Napoleon Hill. And I've actually read it almost really twice, The Laws of Success. And what I've learned is that successful people and people who aren't successful have the same opportunities. Now, I'm not saying we're all born equal. We know that's not true. In the eyes of God, it's true. But we know everybody doesn't start off with a head start like some people. But what I do know is that what separates us is knowledge. What separates us is education. Wealthy people have just figured out something that broke people have not figured out. So what I'm doing tonight and every night all the way through Friday is pulling the curtain back, showing people how wealthy people think. Now, Brian, why are you qualified to do that? Well, because I'm wealthy. I'm not saying I'm rich. I'm not saying I'm the wealthiest person in the world, but I am wealthy. Here's what I want you guys to understand. When it comes to money for tonight's conversation, I want you guys to think about what money means to you, not to worship it, not to hurt people for it, not to be selfish for it, not to kill people for it, not to rob your brother. Here's what I mean. Write this down. Money gives you freedom, options, and choices. That's what I chase. I chase freedom and flexibility. I have options when I want to do things, and I have choices. When you don't have money, choices are often being made for you on your behalf. In other words, which doctor should I go to? Oh, you don't have any money? You got to go to the emergency room. Deal with the bill later. You see what I'm saying? Money gives you options and choices. When you have money, oh, I got a problem. Oh, I'm going to the #1 surgeon in the country. Why? I pay a high insurance premium to go see him because you got money. Money gives you options. Money gives you choices. Okay, I got a flat tire. No big deal. I'll switch to this car and deal with the flat tire later. I don't need pumping changing the tire right now. It's 19 degrees. You got choices. You got options. You got freedom, right? My son has a midday presentation. I can't miss it. I'm going up to the school to see his presentation. My son has a award that he's being given. Oh, at 1:30 today. in fifth period. Oh, I'm going to see him get that award. You got freedom. See, everybody thinks money, because you're taught this, is something that we shouldn't discuss. Oh goodness, money's the root of all evil. No, I've never seen a dollar bill jump out and hurt anybody. Now, what I have seen is the lack of money hurt a whole bunch of people. You see, misery, money doesn't grow on trees. Yes, it does. God gave us all the ability to create wealth. It's in the book. Now, I'm not a biblical scholar, and I'm not the most religious person in the world. What I do know is this book is a tremendous doctrine of success stories. That's what I do know. This book is a tremendous doctrine of all success stories. And in this book, the man upstairs said, I give you power to gain wealth. Through what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I give you power to gain wealth through wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So if the man upstairs gave you power to gain wealth, let me ask you a question. Why aren't you using your God-given power? Because most people don't understand they have it. It's not that you don't want to do it. It's not that you don't have the means to do it. The first thing you have to do when it comes to wealth is understand that you have it. It was given to you, not in this country. It's your birthright to gain wealth. But you have to have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So what we're going to do all week long, every night, 10 o'clock right here, you can register on howtoincreaseyourcashflow.com. Or all you guys that are watching on my Facebook page, you can hit share so you guys can become a conduit for success principles. Hit share, and I'm going to go through some wealth strategies all week long and bless a whole bunch of people with a tremendous opportunity for less than $10, not 10,000, not even 100, not even 50, not even 30, $10 to open up a small business and start utilizing these principles. Here's the first thing you have to understand. I want you to write this down. Learn the rules of the game. You have to learn the rules of the game. The problem with most people in this country, they don't even know a game is being played. Let me tell you guys something. This is important. The school systems, corporate America, and the media play a tremendous game on everybody in this country because the game that everybody's involved in is capitalism. See, there's a difference between what the man upstairs said, I give you the power to gain wealth, and what the country says, which is, I give you unlimited opportunity, but you got to go ahead and get it on your own now. I'm going to give you unlimited opportunity. That's what America says, but I'm not going to necessarily show you how to get it. In fact, the school systems, corporate America, and the media actually do the opposite. They show you exactly what not to do. Okay? In other words, they show you what to do, but it benefits them. Let me prove it to you. If you don't know this, it's okay. That's why we're pulling back the curtain tonight. We're talking about wealth all week long, 10 o'clock right here. Here's the reality. Those are three of the most powerful entities in this country: the school system, education system, corporate America, and the media. Now, here's a problem I have. Nothing wrong with education. I went to Morehouse College. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I got my degree in English in 1997. I thought I was going to law school. God had a different path for me, and I chose entrepreneurship. And I was very, very blessed to retire when I was only 22 years old. Here are the facts. Fact number one. Why are most Americans struggling even if they have a college degree? That's a fact. So if people don't have a college degree, it's not synonymous with struggling. There are always individuals who didn't go to college that are billionaires. Now, there's always individuals that have PhDs that are broke. So I'm not talking about the extreme situations. Don't get me wrong. Most Americans in this country are struggling, and this is supposed to be the land of plenty. Fact number one. Most Americans don't have $3,000 saved up right now, and they've been working 5, 10, 20, 30 years. Fact number two. They don't have $3,000 that they can touch right now, cash. Been working their whole life. Most Americans are buried in debt: college, student loans, credit cards, mortgages, car notes, buried in debt. Why? Because they were sold that a loan is okay, right? Most Americans don't have 6 months of an emergency fund saved up. That means if something catastrophic happens, right? They lose a job or lose a spouse, income drops. They can't sustain longer than 30 days. And this is the land of plenty. This is the land of opportunity. This is where people from other countries die to get here, and most Americans are struggling. Why is that? I'll tell you. Colleges, education, school system. Colleges, school system, corporate America, and the media. Now, this is not a conspiracy theory. I'm giving you some knowledge so you can understand what you're up against and understand how the game is being played. Corporate America is who's responsible for the educational system. They support it, okay? Newsflash, your student loans don't pay for your institution to keep going, just so you know. Enough people don't make enough money and donate enough to keep an entire school system going in most cases. Oh, Brian, we have huge endowments at Yale. I got it. Oh, Brian, we have huge endowments at Princeton, Harvard. I got it. I understand that. We got huge endowments at all these big schools. Yes, you do. But that's not what's necessarily keeping the whole institution going. What keeps the institution going is corporate America. You better believe Coca-Cola stroking a check, and you're going to teach what they need you to teach, because they need you to teach something that's going to send employees qualified to Coca-Cola. IBM is stroking a check. Apple is stroking a check. Microsoft is stroking a check. Delta is stroking a check. The endowments for the school systems that we love are being run by corporate people. Corporate people would never teach entrepreneurship and wealth creation, or you would stop thinking like a consumer and become a producer, which then competes with their interests. Let me say this again. If the school system is getting endowments from corporate America will then teach the school system what they should teach, or tell the school system what they should teach. Corporate America will then say, here's your curriculum. We need people to know accounting. We need people to know finances. We need people to know business administration, because we need people to come and work for us. There's not a course on entrepreneurship 101, because that's anti-establishment. You have to learn that on your own. So if IBM, Microsoft, Dell, Intel, Apple, I'm just naming some companies or whatever, need you to have a degree in order to get in high levels of corporate America, then you're going to get the curriculum that they suggest. So corporate America runs the economic system as far as it relates to your education. So if the education system only has entrepreneurship as an elective, how will you ever get freedom, options, and choices? Freedom, options, and choices don't come with job, W-2, and 9 to 5. Let me say this again. Freedom, options, and choices don't come with job, W-2, and 95. Freedom, options, and choices come from 1099 business owners and entrepreneurs. So if you're chasing freedom, options, and choices, not wealth, we're not talking about money yet. If you're chasing freedom, options, and choices, then your ladder has to be on the right building. You can't climb somebody else's ladder for 40 years only to realize your ladder was in the wrong spot. You don't have another 40 to get it right. So type this in the comments just so I know you're paying attention. I'm climbing my ladder. Write that in the comments. And by my ladder, I mean your ladder, right? I want you to put, I'm climbing my ladder. Now let's see who's in the building. Oklahoma's in the building. Dallas, Texas in the building. I'm climbing my ladder. Carl Mack said he will be at Game Changer. I'll see you guys at Game Changer, man. I'm telling you. GameChangerATL.com. Go there for details. Phoenix, Arizona's in the building. We're on a mission changing lives. What's up, Miss Samela Horsley? All right, so let's see if people are typing what I said. I'm climbing my ladder. I'm climbing my ladder. Sharonica, what's up? Climbing my ladder. Cornelius, what's up? Climbing my ladder. All right, so let's climb your own ladder. Now, if the school system is not teaching you entrepreneurship and business ownership is synonymous with freedom, options, and choices, then we have to ask ourselves, okay, why? Well, because they're getting a check from people who don't need you to have freedom, options, and choices. Now, why won't the media, if that's the case, continue, that's the big entity, right? Continue to pump entrepreneurship through your veins? Well, it's simple. Consumers spend based on what they see. And if they see commercials about something they need, a product or service they want, a desire they must fulfill, then you'll forever have a consumer-based mentality and not a producer or entrepreneurial spirit. So in other words, I gotta have that flat screen 4K today. What's that? A curve? Wait, a new curved screen. Oh, okay, that's better than my flat screens. I gotta have that today. Oh, wait a minute. My new iPhone 8 that I just bought is slow, so I gotta get the iPhone 10 today. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, that's the new car that runs on a hybrid between electric and gas. And I gotta have a Tesla today. Look, nothing wrong with nice things. I got my toys. Nothing wrong with, having a good time. I have a great time. But write this down. Let my assets purchase my luxuries. Allow my assets to purchase my luxuries. What most people do, because the media pumps all these cool things down your throat, the media makes most people buy the appearances of wealth. You see? Oh, Brian, you telling us to be broke? Nope. Brian, you telling us to look like we're struggling? Nope. What I'm saying is put all your work, or put a large portion of your work into building your own ladder on your own building, so the luxuries you get are purchased with the asset that you built. See, there's a difference. What most of us do is buy the appearances of wealth. So poor people always stay poor, trying to look like the middle class. Middle class always stay poor, trying to look like the wealthy, while wealthy people stay wealthy because they look poor. A wealthy man will put on some khakis, his old rundown shoes, and get in his 92 Honda, but then catch a flight all around the world for a year. The middle class put on their Louis Vuitton bag, right? They Gucci shades, an expensive suit, and get in a Bentley and drive on the interstate locally. So you got a choice to make. You want to let the media keep hustling you on an image, or you're going to find out how to get the reality of what wealthy people have and work for it and let the asset build it. See, I decided years ago that I wasn't going to let the media hustle me on an image. I made that decision years ago. And now the reality of what wealthy people do, I now do. Wealthy people own a business. Wealthy people invest first and spend second. Wealthy people say, okay, I have to develop a mindset of cash, asset, cash. Not, okay, I got some cash, let me buy some trash. See, wealthy people, we say, look, okay, I got some cash. Now I got to buy, build, or grow an asset, and that asset generates more cash. That's what wealthy people do. Poor people go, okay, I got some cash. How can I look better? Well, I got to look better because inside I'm empty. And because I'm empty inside, I got to buy something new to make me feel better about what I don't have. So the cycle continues. See, when you're empty inside, outside things pacify your temporary state of poverty. Woo! When you're empty inside, outside things pacify you. So your temporary state of poverty and your poor mindset is pacified by something material. When you're full inside, you don't need nothing outside to pacify you because you're whole already. Now you want to compound your wholeness and pass that to your children. See, it's a totally different mindset. So I learned a long time ago, the media is not going to hustle me into thinking I need things I can't afford. So once you change who you are on the inside, and once you start understanding wealthy people just do things broke people don't do. Wealthy people don't go get a car for high interest and drive it off the lot and lose its value and sign a document that means at the end of 60 months, you really bought 2 cars, but you own 1. And by the time you finish with it, it's so dilapidated half the time, you need to get a new one again. Wealthy people don't do that. Wealthy people say, look, I'm going to put all this car note money to a small business, and then that business will buy me a fleet of cars. And then I might even rent out 3 or 4 of the cars, and then the people renting my cars will pay for my fleet. Same thing with houses, right? Wait, why am I going to get a mortgage just to impress the Joneses when if I do it right, I can get my first home moderate, not to be small, moderate, then buy an apartment complex, and then my renters pay for my apartment complex. And now after a while, I got 100 units free and clear. See, wealthy people just think different. If you want to have a different 2018, what you have to do is the opposite of what you did last year. So if last year you didn't invest, how are you going to get different results not investing this year? You're going to get last year's results. But Brian, what do I invest in? You got to join us all week. I'm going to walk you through the process of what we do, how we do it. And for $10, man, $10, you can get our membership. I'll show you how to do that tonight. Get our membership and start learning this stuff with your back office, with your username, with your password. So for $10, you won't be in 2019 talking about, oh man, it's just like last year. No, you know what you're going to be saying by the end of this year? Wait a minute. For the first time in my life, my money made some money. I didn't work for every dime. That's called capital gains. Wait a minute. For the first time in my life, I got a dividend check. A shareholder cut me a dividend because I own something. Wait a minute. For the first time in my life, Visa, MasterCard, and Discover didn't send me anything in the mail. Wait a minute. For the first time in my life, I'm getting 12%, 14%, 17% interest above inflation, not 2%, 1%, negative 1%. Type this in the comments, man. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. Let me see if you still with me on that. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. You know what the good thing about money is? I've lost $1 million. You guys that saw my promo on Facebook, or I talk about it all the time, is that you can always unlearn what you learned and consider the first round a lesson. Write this down in your notes before I give you the solution, and we're going to wrap up. The difference between the money you have and the money you should have is a learning experience. See? People say, oh man, Brian, I wish I knew this when I had money. That's okay. The difference between the money you have and the money you should have is a learning experience. So now you're going to take the new you and go out and create some new wealth. The old you has you where you are. The new you begins this week, 30 minutes at a time, 30 minutes at a time. So I want you guys to write this website down. Cash flow, $9.95, like $9.95. Cash flow, $9.95. The person who introduced you to this webinar is going to show you how to get our financial membership for $9.95. So you can start learning the rules of the wealthy. It starts with your mindset. This $9.95 is not going to be all year. Okay. It's a limited time only, $9.95. And it's $34.95 a month to maintain. That gives you the software. That gives you our strategies that we teach, the software to implement it. That gives you the financial system that you need, right? Reporting system, commission checks, all kinds of things, your website, the support you need, and that all leads to your success. I want y'all to write that in your notes. Brian, what does the $9.99 do? Well, your first month is $9.95, and our membership gives you the strategies, the software to implement the strategies, the system and the support, and that leads to your success. See, it's just like, let me say this before I go. It's just like working out. Yeah, you can do push-ups at home and sit-ups at home and get on your elliptical and elliptical machine and have your bike and all that stuff. But why do personal trainers get hired? Because, man, there's something about that guy telling you, give me 10 more. Give me 25 more. Give me some sit-ups. Give me some push-ups. When you pay him or her, the result is a lot different because they're holding you accountable. See, our software, our system, our Facebook Lives, our conference calls, you're now part of an elite group of people who focus on wealth. So guess what? All ships rise with the tide. There are people in this webinar right now that you don't even realize are millionaires. I'm not talking about wannabe. I'm talking about their assets equal $1 million, and they were just as much debt as you 8 years ago. We got people on this webinar right now who gave themselves a $600 a month pay raise, paid off all their credit cards, and bought their cars with cash last year. Cash, no debt, title in hand, off the lot. We got people that are in no more student loan debt, no more credit card debt, mortgages paid off in 9 years instead of 30, own small businesses, and now investing in other businesses because of a $9.95 investment. So you have to learn our income shifting concept. You have to learn our 369 financial transformation. And it starts on our website, cashflow995.com. Now, for those of you that are already in the movement, we're going to have a back to basic, fun, interactive breakout sessions, facilitators, February 9th, 10th, and 11th of this year. But all the details are on GameChangerATL.com. That's GAME ChangerATL.com. That's for individuals that are already part of our movement. I have not met a lot of you guys in person. I'm going to be in rare form. I promise you I won't be sick in February. I can promise you that. It's almost gone now. But I wanted to make sure I met everybody in person at the beginning of the year so we can give everybody a game plan on how we're going to help 1 million people all across this country who really believe finances and education is beyond their reach, understand that it's right here with our membership. So the website, again, is Cashflow995. For those of you that are here for the first time, in the comment section, I want you to put the person's name, thank you for inviting me, in the comment section, right? John Doe, thank you for inviting me. I'm in, if you're in. Steve Smith, thank you for inviting me. I'm in. It's $10, right? We're not playing around. We're not going to talk to the wife and husband about $10. That's like asking the wife or the husband, can you order some pizza today? So people amaze me with all the excuses they come up with. Well, we do everything together. I know that. Well, get this financial membership yourself and then show it to wifey together. Okay? It just amazes me. When it comes to money, boy, people start acting all crazy. That's why we drop it down to $10 so you don't have no more excuses. Well, I got to show it to my husband because we do everything together. I know. Join and then y'all learn together. Okay? Cashflow995.com will give you a quick overview of who we are and what we do. I just gave you the mindset tonight. Then the person that invited you in the comment section, Bill Smith, thank you for inviting me. I'm in, is what you're going to put in the comments. If you're one of my followers and I've never met you, Brian Bean, thanks for inviting me. I'm in. We'll then reach out to you, or you can inbox us. We'll get you your membership and we'll show you how to start marching every night this week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Pacific. I'll be right here all the way to Friday. All right? Get your membership, guys. My name is Brian Bean. I see you guys in the magazines. We'll talk more this week. I'll show you the slides this week. I'll show you the software this week. I'll show you the investments this week. I'll show you the worksheets this week. Go over some more mindset this week, and we'll all be on a great start for 2018. All right? I'm Brian Bean. I see you guys in the magazines. Share this if you got some great value. You guys have a good night.